Hi everybody, today I want to talk about discernment in doing readings, whether it be a psychic reading, a tarot reading, or a mediumship reading. When you're first beginning, it's one of the most difficult and maddening things, right, is to figure out your discernment. What is discernment? It's figuring out what is your thought and your own influence in a reading, and what is actually coming from your higher self, your guides, your ancestors, to help you give these spirit-led messages. Even speaking to the dead on the other side, your own influence can override them, and you could think it's them. And that's why discernment is so important. In the beginning, it's okay that your thought and emotion and what you pick up from spirit are both coming in at the same time. If you keep practicing and doing readings, what will happen is you'll begin to have that separate. If you meditate, and if you don't meditate, then you will hit a block eventually with doing readings because you've stopped learning about your own self. Meditation is self-learning. Okay, that's what meditation is. So if you're not going within enough, then the compass of where you're at with your discernment can be a little hazy, be off, right? So this is a psychic video of teaching. It's longer. So I'm going to ask you to engage with this. I'm going to ask you to take a breath with me just to clear your mind, your body, and your spirit. Release it out of your mouth. Release the tension you're holding in your neck and your shoulders. Give them a little shimmy, shake them out. Relax your body. When you're tense and you're stressed and all of that, and you're wanting to do any type of spiritual work and work in your intuition, it's not going to be as effective if you're very tense, because think about it like this. For you to really communicate with people on the other side, you have to raise your vibration up to where they are. They're up here. You have to do that. And if you're tense, your physical body won't even let you. It won't let you go deep into a meditation until you relax the physical. All right, sorry, my cat got on the table. He wants attention. So discernment is when you practice enough to know when a spirit message comes in to you, and even when a loved one on the other side comes in, it's not with emotion. It's usually a quick, light message, in and out. It's that you're washing dishes at the sink and all of a sudden you get a message of, check on your husband. Check on your husband. And then you go check on him. You give him a call. He's at work and he's having like the worst day. And he's just like, you can hear the sigh in his voice, right? That is your intuitive, that's discernment, okay? It wasn't just a fleeting thought. It was check on your husband. It wasn't full of emotion, and your brain, your thought process didn't tunnel down all these different avenues of thought. So when it's you being affected in a reading, so let's say you're given a tarot reading, right? So you know a little bit about the person, right? And that and your opinion, let's say you know, like you're giving a reading to your friend, right? And you know she's been dating this guy that she shouldn't be dating no more, and she's just cut ties with, but she ain't listening. And then you get cards of like, you know, a cheating card or whatever, and you're like, see girl, I told you, You are not connected to the other side really at all, okay? You're all in your girlfriend mode giving it. And why I say that is because even if you're not giving a reading to your girlfriend per se, even having a little bit of knowledge about someone, I'm not saying it's bad, I'm just saying that if we're not careful, we can let that click in rather than tuning into spirit to get the answers for our client or for whoever we're reading for, right? So when doing a reading, you have to ask yourself, is my emotions getting in? Is my opinion Am I inserting my opinion here rather than what Spirit is telling me? It's a really fine line, and it really just takes you being seasoned in this to understand what's happening. What will happen when you're doing readings a lot and you're in your emotions doing it and you're not connected to Spirit, you may not know it. You may not. You may not. You may know it, though. You may know it. Though the people that know it are the scammers. The people that don't know it, they just don't know it yet better yet. They're still in the baby stages of their process of growth, and they probably haven't connected fully to their guides. Because when you fully connect to your guide, and that's what I teach when I do psychic work, mediumship, and psychic training one-on-one, first week is I want you to meet your guides, because they're going to guide you through the process with me. And then going forward, it's not that they're not already there, it's that you're not recognizing them. And when I help you to recognize them and who they are, and get used and learning how to build a relationship with them, and a trusting, loving relationship with them, so that way it helps you with your mediumship, especially because mediums, we use guides, right? But we all have guides. We all have like 7 to 8 guides with us at any given time. So anyway, so discernment is the message is going to come to you quick, light, and fast. And it's going to feel like it came in and it left out. It's not going to sit in the body. Anything else that sits in the body that gives you a sway to kind of tunnel with thought and go from one thought to the next, from one thought to the next, that is when you're not wearing your psychic or your mediumship hat. You're wearing your personal hat, or you took the hat off. It's okay. If you realize this when you're in the middle of a reading, stop, redirect, take a few deep breaths, call your guides closer to you, wait until you feel some type of balance within, and that you have shaken off what just happened, and then just restart the reading. As far as mediumship, it's a lot. It can be a lot more tricky with mediumship, because it's not just you that you're trying to get messages from, and your guides and your higher self, but it is also, loved ones, or people on the other side that are also trying to give you messages that you have to discern. Was that me, or was that Spirit? You keep doing it and practicing long enough, and you will understand that it's Spirit. And you have to, I love you, but you don't get to kiss my mouth. Top of the head, you get top of the head kisses. Alright, so I'm about to end the video because, he's not going to let me focus on what I want to talk about. But work on your discernment by practice doing readings. I don't think anybody should be a professional until after they have done enough readings to where their confidence can't be shaken. And for me, that was about at the 150 mark, 150 readings under my belt before I was like, okay, I got this. All right, let me go out and start, being a professional in this field. And several years later, here I am. But I hope that if you need help, don't hesitate to reach out to me. I am taking clients for students for one-on-one training. I do a Zoom for mediumship development every third Saturday of the month on Zoom. That information will be put out as well. Thank you so much.